Hi, Pookie. Hi to our friends. My name is Taylor, author from indie author, woman, because it's Women's History Month. So I have brought us here today because attending I am an attending author at several book conventions this year. And because I want us all to win, I'm up here taking down everyone's name, everyone's book, adding it to my TBR, buying it from websites, all of the above. I'm really into ebooks, so. And obviously, when I'm looking at these people, I start with their website. And from inception of my author career, I knew that I was like obsessed with author websites. Like, you see their social media, you see whatever on that, but for some reason, for me specifically, I prefer an author's website. And I was going through all the authors' websites that I'll be seeing this year, and I just have a few notes. Whether you are well into your career or just starting, in my unpopular opinion, I believe that every author should have an author website, and the following is what I think the website should have. Am I an expert? No. My first website, like, it was good, but it wasn't great. I definitely think that my new website is great, but like, that's me, and I think I'm great. So it's really hard not to think that what I put out there is great. So if you have any suggestions on my website, I am open to them, but this is what I'm telling the people. All right, people, in no particular order, in my unpopular opinion, I believe that each page on your website should have the icons of whatever social media you have, whether it's, what is it? What are our medias? Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, like whatever you post on, however you post on it, there should be an icon on every page of your website. On the home page, on the about page, on your book page, on your contact page, every page. Because I don't want to like be like, oh, hey, da, da, da. And then I'm like, oh, well, where's their Instagram? Usually for mine, my socials are on the side of every page. Usually socials are either on the top of the page or the bottom of the page. So I'll be looking there and it's long gone because it's only on the home page. And in my unpopular opinion, that's just not feasible to me. All socials, all pages. Yes. Do I want us all to win? Yes, of course. But there are some authors that take more time and effort and money to win. And that is indie authors. So in my unpopular opinion, I would really love if you're an indie author. Like, I don't feel like you have to say it if you're an indie author, but if you're trad, just say who's representing you. Let the people know, let me know that you are a trad author, and of course, I will still write your name down, still get your book, but I definitely want to put more emphasis on my TBR, on my on my reading challenges. I want more indie authors on those. I'm an indie author. I'm trying to put us all out there. And on Storygraph, I will link it in the description, but I have some like indie author reading challenges just to like, put us out there, share the wealth, people. And yes, if you're trad, please, like, I see it either on the bio page or the contact page. It's like, oh, I am Alyssa Green, and I am represented by Rachel Madison. I feel like that's a weird name. yeah, so I either see it on the bio at the end or the contact with all of your rights at the end. Yeah, just let the readers know. So, because some readers are really passionate about supporting indie authors, trad, like, y'all got it. Like, please just share the link. Share the link. I also need to do, like, not an expose, but like a huge understanding on hybrid authors, because I tweeted about this once, or excuse me, I threaded about this once, where authors that started indie but are now trad are still hashtagging their posts indie. And I'm like, and I think maybe they're doing that because they're hybrid, but can you just take your millions and leave? Damn. For me personally, I don't have a contact on my page. I get enough emails. I will admit my DMs are open, but that does not guarantee like full access to me. I love talking to people. I love learning about people, places, things, but like the vibe's got to be right. Vibe's got to be right. So if there's a contact, in my unpopular opinion, I would prefer for you to just like leave the email. I hate clicking on like a mailbox or the email and it automatically goes to like type an email. We're not there yet. I'm just up here playing around, woo woo goo goo. In my unpopular opinion, just have the name and the person will be able to contact you when they are ready. And also, if they do, i.e. me, reply. Like, what's the point of putting all of your information out there for people to write to you and you don't reply? That's happened to me twice, and I'm just like, what? What are we doing? What are you doing? What was your point? Your girl is a sucker for a newsletter. I love a newsletter. I have a newsletter. It's monthly, and other people's that I've noticed, because I don't notice. Some people are like, oh my God, you're spamming me. I don't be noticing, because if I'm signed up with your newsletter, I am obsessed. What's the word? Healthily obsessed? Healthy obsessed? Obsessed healthily? I like want to know who, what, when, where, why. So I am here for you. I'm like, if it's not every day, we're good. Like I said, mine is monthly. I've heard some are bi-monthly. I heard some are whenever they feel that they have something to say. So I think the shortest amount of time between every newsletter is either 3 weeks or 1 entire month. Like, I understand spamming. Come on. No spam. Spam bad. Obviously, you will have your books on there. What your books are about, where to buy them, if there's a playlist. Everything about your books, just have it out there. I love a book playlist. I know some people don't. In my unpopular opinion, especially if you're indie, you should find a way to sell your books on your website, because you get more chang. And yes, have your books on your website, have a way to purchase them. And in my unpopular opinion, I don't know much right now because I only have 1 novel and 2 novellas. But I think eventually it should go newest to oldest. But right now, mine is oldest to newest. So I might change it, but either way, you have full access to all of my books. You even have access to what I'm currently writing, which you should know by now, a mystery duology. I saw this around on some websites, and I know some authors have like two people. It's like a buddy writer. Like Christina Lauren, there's two people. So if you're two people under one book, sure, say about us, say contact us. But if you're one person writing one book, it's contact me about me. Because when I see us, I'm like, who's us? Like, us? But like, we're not, you know? So in my unpopular opinion, you could literally just leave, if it's one person, you could literally just leave it at about or contact. You don't have to add any personalization after that. But if you feel the need to let them know who they are reading and trying to contact, make sure it's plural for more than one, single for one. In my unpopular opinion, I hate this the most, blogs, no. I don't want them at the corner or on the sides. I don't want them at the bottom. In my unpopular opinion, it looks very, 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 very cluttered. And I literally, my brain like short circuits. So if you have a blog, because you're a writer, you just got to write, have that be a separate page. And then they can go all up and through all the blogs. But I've seen a lot of blogs either on the side or down at the bottom, and just talking about it makes me want to vomit. So like, let's not, please. I know it's like your prerogative, but like, okay. There's a lot of like, I don't like cartoon text, I guess, and depending on how far you stretch it, it can get fuzzy around the edges. I personally do not find that to be professional, and it just deters from the entire website. Like, I don't know, maybe I got some sensory issues because that also makes me want to vomit. So, I'm pretty sure Canva can like resize images. So we always got to use our Canva, people. Always, always, always. Blank spaces, like why? Like I've seen information, scroll, nothing, scroll for nothing, and we're at the end of the page. Get rid of the scroll. I mean, if you're using it for later, you can still get rid of it, put it back, but like until it's there, I can't. Oh my God, is this like the vomit part? Because the last three things are making me want to vomit just thinking about it. We can do better. Pop-ups. You get one, people. I can't. And in my unpopular opinion, it should either be, oh, sign up for my newsletter, or, oh, check out my new book. Like, I can't scroll the entire homepage and get a new pop-up on every scroll. It's not cluttered. And I feel like it's like begging. I don't know. It goes from like, oh, what's this author about, to, ugh, in my unpopular opinion. This is also what I have trouble with, just because I do like a multitude of things, i.e. this podcast. Well, I do have a podcast, i.e. the podcast that I host. I just read this book, the podcast, and these YouTube episodes that I post, they're weekly, they're bi-weekly. So yeah, there's a lot of updates that I have to do, and I do fall off. But I feel like it's easy for y'all to catch up for those two things, but yes, I should do better. Yes, keep everything as updated as possible. That goes for pictures, that goes for your bio, that goes for whether you started indie and are now trad, because I saw one girl, she was indie and now trad, but like she still has like a picture of herself in like an indie author shirt, and I'm like, so yeah, keep it up to date. I would say the main things are pictures in your books and your about, just so that we're keeping everyone up to date on where we're at. Mainly those, preferably everything, but if you're doing it yourself, just take your time. If you're not doing it yourself, make sure that the money that you are paying or someone is paying for you makes you look good. Okay, this is last but not least, and technically it's not even like my suggestion. Azaria brought it to my attention. I think it was about my first website. I forget what she said now, but I agree with her on this thing. When you're clicking on it for a new page, so you're going from the home page to like the book page, that page is a new tab, you know? We're moving tabs. So that if I want to go back to the home page, I don't have to be like back. I can just be like, oh, it's still there. Or if I am, you know, just shopping around, I just want to like get back to where I started without back, or having to type in your name all over again, like, you know, as succinct as possible. So the moral of this video is obviously the things that are pleasing to my eye, but also I really want to emphasize neatness. I think it comes back to the blog. I'm like, it's so, and conciseness. Yeah, the neater, the better. Concise, the better. I'm going to have my website. I'll like do a little walkthrough at the end, but you can also just walk through it yourself. And if you're like, okay, thanks for your information, but shut up because this, that, and the other on yours, let me know. Like I said, I will take it under consideration. But as I also said, I am great. Just kidding. I take. Anyway, so I am going to switch over to my website, a little tour, and if you like it, great. If you have suggestions, even better. But based off of what I have mentioned, think about your website. Did I talk about photos? Y'all, indie or not, our photos have to look as professional as possible. And in my unpopular opinion, I loathe a author photo selfie. Like, on the back of the book, if there's a selfie, I will like, but our author photo has to look as professional as possible. I hired a local author. My photo shoot, I got like umpteen pictures, had a great time. I even like got my boyfriend and my dog in my pictures because we had that many pictures to be able to take. And it was $200. And I got those done in 2023, and I am still recycling those some bitches because I don't think I'm gonna get new pictures taken until I think maybe like 10 years. Because, you know, black don't crack, honey. I don't need to be out in these streets. So, updating my photo. So, yeah, like I'm getting my entire $200 worth. I'm pretty sure the thumbnail is one of those pictures. Like, so yes, when it comes to your author photo, please have it as professional as possible. Go to Sears, you know, like, as professional as possible. And then if you want to add pictures that like showcase more of your personality, sure. But in my unpopular opinion, the first picture that the reader should see should be very, very professional-esque. And you don't have to pay the hundreds of dollars too that I paid, but I know a friend of mine, she was in Europe, so that's, I don't, because I don't suggest going to Europe, but like she just took a picture of herself in a nice outfit in front of some really beautiful green shrubs of sorts. I don't know, like plants of sorts, but like the lighting was good, the green really offset her outfit, and like it doesn't take a lot. I'm not that of all the creative things that I excel at, photography is not one of them. Mm-mm. So I definitely had to pay for the assistants to make me look gorgeous, girls. But in my unpopular opinion, no selfies. I don't want to see your kitchen sink. I don't want to see your hallway. Like, please. And like for me, in my author photo shoot, I did 2 outfits. I did one with like a sweater because I don't know, I was feeling that was like the author vibe. And then I did one that was like a long sleeve shirt. It was just like more casual, but I had like my initials stitched in the frocket. So like I said, you don't have to be as extra as me, but let's just keep our pictures away from our house as possible. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sorry if you're offended. Please don't be. I'm just trying to help us all. I love us all. I want us all to succeed, like I said. And now we're gonna go look at my website and everyone's gonna be like, Taylor, you suck. And I'll be like, oh. But I am honestly just trying to help.
Okay, so gulp, do not look at me, but this is my author website. Like I said, I have all my social icons on the side of the page, and you'll notice that every time I click out of a page, they're still there. I talk about my debut novel and some of the extra stuff I do, which is I just wrote this book, the podcast, and for Pookie on YouTube, which you're watching right now. And then we keep going down, and that's the appearances that I'll be at in 2025 and where to purchase tickets. That's another thing. Always make sure your links are correct. Sign up for my monthly newsletter. I will never have more to say than once a month. My Whittle bio, and then my P.O. box. I love a P.O. box, but they are expensive AF. And I love mail, but like expensive mail, it ain't that deep. So appearances will drag you down to the bottom. I feel like I need that one thing that makes your website go all the way up. These are my books. Like I said, they're oldest to newest right now, but I think when my duology comes out, I will do newest to oldest. Currently writing, follow along. Ooh, subscribe for my newsletter if you want to know when book 1 is going to be out, because I'm going to tell them in April. My about page, which is the bio that if you follow me and read my book and just on my newsletter, like you probably know this by heart right now. And then just to like add some sprinkled personality, I listed some of my favorites and then the links to a few of the like interviews that I've been invited to. And then we go to my contact page where I have my P.O. box and again, another chance to sign up for my newsletter. Also at the top tab where it says contact Taylor J. Bridgeforth, and it has like my little icon there. I'm really into icons. Because otherwise it's just like a world and I'm not into that. I want my stuff to be as personalized as possible. So if you haven't noticed, all of my pages still have my socials. We're at my shop now. Always free shipping. So let me know. And also at the top, it says all products, da da da. Like you can name those as well. And I just find that to be neater, in my unpopular opinion. And then when you click my name, we're back at the home page. And like, didn't we learn something today?